Hi everyone, Colleen here. Here is a quick flip through of this recent Folio envelope flip journal that I put together. As of yesterday, I finished it off. It's going to be for Christmas. I'm just going to use it as a decoration, a centerpiece on one of the tables or what have you. People can browse through it or not. It just looks pretty sitting like this. But I had a lot of fun making it. It's one folio and several envelopes. It's going to be a quiet flip through, and when I'm done, I'm going to do a construction of how to assemble the folio envelope flip for many of you that have asked for a tutorial. So we'll work on that together right after this flip through. So I hope you enjoy it. Well, one more thing, I used my Porch Prints kits. I used the shabby pink advent tags, the shabby pink Christmas labels, and the shabby pink Christmas folio kit paper. So it's dispersed throughout this folio. And the advent tags, I tried to, I included all 25. They're not all in order because of how the flips ended up, but that's okay. They're all in here. And yeah, so enjoy. So that was basically the inside of this multi-envelope construction. Super fun, somewhat time consuming because you want to decorate everything up, but this gives you an idea of what we are going to work on now. So ladies, grab yourself a file folder, just a regular file folder, and grab some envelopes, different sized envelopes. I like to have them different sized. You can use old ones, you can use new ones. For the sake of time, I've grabbed envelopes that weren't used yet because I wanted the flaps to be attached. And so let's put on some more light here. I've got some shadows today because of the cloudy day outside, but we'll work with it. So here's your file folder, face fronting, like the front face facing you. So basically just fold it over once, just like this, so that the sides attach. So it's open, and then you fold it so you've got the closed side to your left hand, and you've got the opening to your right. Now what we're going to do is we're not going to seal the inside. We want it to open up like a folder, but what we want to do is we want to glue down this side and this side. So let's go ahead and do that. So just glue it right along the edge. The closer to the edge you get, the more you can fit, or the bigger your paper can be when you want to fill up the middle of your folder. You'll notice I pulled out two signatures full of paper to write on. They came out of the inside pockets here. So we've got this side is sealed. Now let's do this side. Right along the edge here. I'm using PVA glue. I like it because it sticks really well. But I'm sure whatever you guys have is going to work just fine. So here we have both sides glued. Okay, I'm going to turn on one more light, and I apologize for the shadows you're going to see. But I need to be able to see a bit better. Okay, so we've folded over the folder. We've got the closed side to your left, and we've glued both of the insides of the flaps. So now you have one pocket here, and you have another pocket on the other side, and you have the middle open. I've often sewed in a signature, which I did in the one I just showed you. I took some coffee dyed papers and I sewed right down the middle. But how you do and how you decorate your file folders is going to be entirely up to you. I'm just going to show you how I constructed mine. And there are no rules. Doesn't matter what size envelopes you have or how many you use. You could use as many as you want. I have a hard time stopping. That's why mine was super chunky. So here we go. This is the main construction of the folio. So you open up your envelope flap. Now what you want to decide is, do you want the pocket of your envelope to be from the top or the side or the outer side? Whatever entry you want for your tags, just make sure you would cut a little opening of the envelope and enclose the rest of the envelope, and then that's where your opening will be. This one is going to be from the top. So I wanted to leave it like this because I'm going to show you how I basically, I'm going to just glue this down a bit because there are different ways to do this. Sometimes what I do is because if it's a bit flimsy, I insert a file folder or a piece of cardstock, and then I glue it down to the envelope, and it gives it more strength. This one is fine, so I didn't need to do that. But so here's where the pocket's going to be. Come on, I'm all thumbs. See? So there's the pocket. It's going to be at the top. Okay, this is going to be my first envelope placed. You're going to take the flap of your envelope and put it to the very back of your file folder. And that's how it's going to go. I did cut the top of the envelope a little bit because I didn't want it to come past here. I want the opening to be free of any overlap of the envelopes. So let's do that. Let's glue envelope number 1. There we go. Keep in mind where you're placing it. And first one is down. You can see it'll attach to the back of your file folder. So that's the first one. And when you open it up, this is also going to be something you have decorated however you want. So like with mine, my first envelope that went down would be, see, I have so many. So it would be this one here. But anyways, every one of these flaps is an envelope that I have decorated. So that's basically the gist of how these go. So this is one envelope here. So now I want to do an envelope from this side, but you don't want to glue it down to the back. You want to open it up. So all the envelopes that sit on the front of your folder will be adhered from the inside of your file folder. So let's do this one. Let's glue this one down. I'm actually going to make another folio of another Christmas kit. I'm not, to be honest, I've never been a pink Christmas girl. So it's interesting that I did an entire shabby pink Christmas folio. But it was fun. But I'm going to do a more traditional one on this one. So anyway, so there's two envelopes now. So let's say I want to do another one. So I'm going to start to layer them. You can layer them however you want. So we're going to put one right here, like that. And I'm going to put one here, only a little bit lower, so it folds like that. So we have a bit of texture in my layering. Whoops. You don't want them all to be even or sitting completely on top of each other. So have some fun with how you want to layer, but just make sure you're lifting open the file folder first. And there we go. See how simple this is? I know it looks complicated, but it really, really isn't. Now you'll notice that in my file folder that I showed you, I'm going to refer back to this if that's okay. You see this one here? That was just an envelope tucked inside the pocket. I glued the flap to the inside of the pocket and it just flips up and it flips out. So there was one other one that I had put in. This one here. This one here, how it flips out. Hope that's in camera here. I'm going to show you this one right now. So I used this and I glued the flap. Let's just say I glued it in the front here. You can put the flap right inside the pocket. Just glue your flap, put it down, and then it opens up like this. And then you just cover each portion of the envelope. You can even do it like this. Or you can do it so that this envelope lays down first. And when you open them up, you've got them decorated, you've done your layering, and you open it up this way. And so then you'll have it this way, which, you know what, I think I'm going to do. I'm going to do that right here. And then that will basically complete the front of the folder. You could, again, glue a whole lot more than I am. But don't forget, however many envelopes you glue, you got to make sure you cover. So it depends how much work you want to put into your folio. I think I pretty much only did this many on the front. It looks like a lot because I add layers and then I add more layers of embellishment. So let's go to the back now. Let's do the back. Here's some more envelopes. So remember that, for example, let's use just a basic envelope here. I want it to go inside now on this side, and I want it to sit like that. So let's do that. And all the envelope flaps that you see, you're going to cover up anyway. You're going to use your pretty papers, you're going to use your paper pad books that you have, book pages, whatever you have that you're going to use to decorate. Don't worry about seeing the flaps, because you're going to cover that all up. Just try not to cover the inside pockets. So that's an envelope right here. Let's do one. Where do I want this one? Do I want this one here? Oh, this one looks like it's going to be too tall. So I'm going to cut this down. Do a little bit of measuring here. So let's say I'm going to cut about, I'm going to say about maybe an inch. And then you're going to have the opening here. I'm going to have the opening right here. So for now, I'm just going to glue the flap down. I think once I get all my envelopes down, then I'll decide where I want the let's see here. Maybe we'll do it this way. We'll have two on top of each other like this. And I'm going to use one of these, and we'll put it let's see, let's do one up here again. Yeah, let's do one up here. Okay. So then I'll have two coming out of the middle pouches. And just find the insert or in the middle opening and glue it down. A little bit crooked there. So. Okay, there we go. So it opens up this way, and this way, and this way. And it opens up in the middle. Maybe I'm going to put one. Let's do one down here. So I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut it so that it's going to fit onto the folio without extending past. You want to get it underneath. So you see your options just are never ending. This one is a bit close to the crease here. So I better take that off and cut a little bit more. You don't want it butting up against the crease of your folder because it's going to be hard to close. Let's try this again. Get it underneath the rest of the envelopes. I don't want it to extend out there. Actually, it's going to be okay. By the time you cover everything up, it's going to be really hard to notice. So this is the basic construction, ladies. You'll be able to figure it out now on your own. How many you want, how you want them to open. You see, they just open like this. And then all you have to do is cover each side. You can make inserts this way from the top, from the bottom. And then you're going to, of course, cover the front of your folio. And then it's going to open up. And you can cover the inside as well. You bring this down, cover it up. This is going to be an insert this way, I guess. You could make more pockets inside. It's really, it's a never-ending process. It's however many you want to add. And this will all be covered up again with however you're going to decorate it. And just have some fun. Layer them up, bling them up, embellish, add some journal signatures in here if you wish, like I did. I added a signature, excuse me, I sewed it in the middle here, and I just had some fun. So remember, this is what the construction looks like, and this is what it ends up looking like. So really, just have some fun. You're only limited by your imagination. So be creative. Mine just evolve. I never have a plan. I knew that I would use this particular kit, but I didn't have a plan. I started cutting the pages. I started gluing them down. For anybody that followed this process, the first thing I did with this was I covered every single flap and every portion of the folder with pink tones. So I knew that much I knew. I wanted it to be of a pink toned folio. The other thing I would point out, if you're an inker, you would want to, you don't have to, but you would want to distress each flap or each envelope even before you put your envelopes down. You could even distress the folder first. But that's, again, it's optional. You don't even have to distress. It does take extra time. So that's that. I hope this makes sense to you. Please, if you have any questions, let me know. But I hope that you'll have some fun. I sure had a lot of fun doing mine. And I'm going to make this one into a different one as well. So we'll work along together. And when you're done your projects, I would love to see them. So let's be posting them for each other to be encouraged by and to encourage each other. So thank you for watching. This was a longer video. I appreciate you sticking with me. And I hope that you'll have a wonderful day, and I will see you on my next video.